Hello everybody, this is Gaupnekaren and welcome to another review. Naughty Dog. You know those people, right? The ones behind games like Crash Bandicoot, Uncharted and The Last of Us. Well, the series they created, which I consider some of the best games on the PS2, is Jak and Daxter. Well, the Jak and Daxter series is my favorite PS2 series, that goes to RATCHET and CLANK, it's still way up there. But footage you'll see is from the recent PS4 version. Just so you know. Well, yeah, without further ado, let's start the review. We see Jak along with his friend Daxter going to Misty Island while an old man is narrating a thing. We not only see a bunch of the enemies in the game, which are called lurkers, with these two things, but also some purple liquid stuff called Dark Echo, which is probably the most inconsistent thing in the game. Jak immediately dies with diving in, but Dax over here gets turned into this thing. Oh yeah, and while combating a lurker, Jak accidentally knocks Daxter in there, and Daxter's response, penis joke. Funny. Upon returning from Misty Island getting shit-talked by same us but Green Eco's age, he says that the one who might turn Daxter back to his human form is Skull, in the Dark Eco's age. When Samos says that we can use a warp gate due to the stages having been deactivated, love interest Kira enters the room and tells us that we need 20 power cells in order to cool down the flying vehicle called the Zoomer. Samos sends Jak and Daxter to Geyser Rock, the tutorial level, and since this is the tutorial level, let's just go over everything now. We jump with X and double jump like every other game, platform-wise at least. We punch in a straight line with square and spin kick with circle. There are also certain combinations like ear spinning after a double jump for extra height and distance and a ground pound, but it's nothing too spectacular. However, that doesn't mean they're not useful. Air spinning is a very good way to regain control. Probably most of the jumps in the game consist of them. You can also high jump and roll. Combining a roll with jumping creates a long jump, which you can use to travel across the world faster. There are also temporary power-ups in form of Eco. Blue Eco makes you run faster and challenge the thing over to other things like a door. Yellow Eco makes you throw key blasts all over the damn place. Red Eco increases the strength of your attack for certain enemies and maybe extends the range of your attacks, I'm really uncertain. And finally Green Eco, which fills up your life bar by ever collecting 50 small or 1 big. Dark Eco is a hazard, and Light Eco, we'll talk about that later. These power-ups are either found on the ground, in boxes, or falling out of vents. You have a meter which determines how much of that eco is left if you collect the ones on the ground, when a small part of the bar is filled up, but if you stand on the vent, your bar is full. And that's all you need to know about the gameplay. There is a minigame every once in a while, but the minigames are only played once in the entire game, so there isn't any reason to summarize the non-complexity of those. There are also collectibles in the game, and they all revolve around power cells. Power cells are basically the power star of the game. They are found lying around, acquired by completing tasks, or bar. But what do you use in order to buy them? You use precursor orbs, which are literally found everywhere. The good thing about those is there are 2,000 of them in the game, but you don't need to use all of them to get every power cell. Then there's the scout lights. There are 7 hidden in every area. When you acquire them all, you get a power cell. These aren't tedious to get, since they're buzz and are quite easy to spot. After completing my training at Geyser Rock, Samuel sends Jak and Daxter off to get 20 power cells. And this is where the game opens up. This game has no loading screens. You never load, except maybe a couple of black screens, but all barely last a second. This is probably the most impressive thing about the game. This means you are able to move all the time, except in cutscenes and whatnot. You simply go towards the level and you're there, nothing in between. Of course you can collect at your own pace, but the recommended strategy is to begin in the Forbidden Jungle, since you can gain permanent access to Misty Island by doing the fishing game and open up the closed blue Inco vents. There are some vents which are shut. In order to open them, you step on a switch of some precursor technology. Weirdly enough, the only ones which actually have closed vents are blue and yellow. The reason not to include shut, red and green Inco vents is probably that there wouldn't really be a reason due to it only granting extra strength and health. However, it does make it seem kind of underutilized. But anyways, in Sentinel Beach, which is another level you can go to at this point, there's a shut blue Inco vent which only opens up after this part in the Forbidden Jungle. In short, if you want to 100% each level on your first time through, start with the Forbidden Jungle, and then proceed to Sentinel Beach, since difficulty-wise it's the better option, and then proceed to Misty Island if you want to go there. Because if you play your cards right, you only have to go to Misty Island, but if you're out to get 100%, then jump on that shit. Oh, and you probably want to know about the lurker sharks. They are sharks! Go too far out and they'll jump after you relentlessly. Sometimes they don't even care and just jump through walls. Geez, someone's taking the job seriously. You should have more than 20 power cells at this point, so you should go to Fire Canyon, where Kier is waiting with the zoomer. After traversing Fire Canyon, you enter the next world, Rock Village. Is anyone else reminded of Rayman Revolution? Or is it just me? Nah, it's probably just me. After they've gone this switch, the Blue Eco Sage's warp gate is activated. Curiously, the Blue Eco Sage is not here, and word around the village is that he vanished after this thing appeared. However, he made a weapon before it vanished, which will destroy some boulder when powered up by 45 power cells. So we go and collect them, and due to activating warp gate, we can go back and forth at our leisure. At this point, there's no real advantage to going a specific place before and over. There's no eco vent switch, there is no boat, there's only power cells used for getting beyond this point. This allows the game to be more open. True, you have to pay precursor orbs if you want to get these platforms into place, but it's nothing too noteworthy. If you want to do the levels in the order I did, you start off at the Precursor Basin, then do the Lost Precursor City, and then the Buggy Swamp. Since the Precursor Basin is basically one big zoomer level, here's my opinion of it. It's not that good. At least in the Precursor Basin. You can only drive it forward, making it hard to control in certain areas. This isn't any big issue in areas like the Fire Canyon, where you basically go from point A to point B. In the Precursor Basin, it can be a pain to control at times. It's probably less about the controls and more about the level design, but that doesn't change my opinion. The Lost Precursor City is basically Atlantis. The level design is narrower and somewhat segmented here, but it's still a very good level. I personally like the part where you run away from the rising Dark Eco. The Buggy Swamp isn't a very good level. My main problem is the minigame. It's a bit too difficult for my liking, and it has to do with the sensitivity of the controls and the lack of homing, like when you shoot while running around. It's inconsistent, and it bothers me. The only thing that I like about this level is the introduction of Flut Flut. The Flut Flut is seen before, though, back on Sentinel Beach when the missions was getting on the ledge and pushing down an egg. When the egg hit the ground, then the Flut Flut was born. And this old lady took it over to Samus, who puts the Flut Flut on the same kind of teleport that Kira puts the zoomer on. Someone, I don't know how it's compatible, it just works. But Flut Flut is fast, making the jumps long very standard jumps. The only bad thing about it, I guess, is that it's kind of underutilized, but however, it also makes the Flut Flut not overstay its welcome. After getting at least 45 power cells, we activate this thing and fight the second boss. Oh, didn't I mention the first boss? Because it had nothing to do with block progression and was quite easy. The second boss is at least a bit more difficult, but the boss himself isn't a challenge, it's the platforming. But at least the music kicks ass! Oh, and I do need to talk about the music. The music is good for an atmospheric feel, and I'm not against it. If you've seen my Rayman 2 review, you didn't know that I praised its soundtrack. While I do see Rayman 2's soundtrack as superior, that doesn't mean I dislike this game's soundtrack. Far from it. It's just that it's harder to remember quite a few songs. Even more so than Rayman 2. In that review I said that the songs weren't easy to remember. I can't hum the soundtrack walking in the street. It's the same thing here, but to an even larger extent. But atmospheric music fits quite well in this game due to the many locales you're visiting. So, good! After beating the boss, we encounter
advanced purple stuff.
There's loads of explosives all over the place, and even more advanced purple stuff has the detonator at the end, and we need to raise the advanced purple stuff in order to kill the more advanced purple stuff before the advanced purple stuff can roll the more advanced purple stuff and kill us with the advanced TNT.
Everybody got that?
With that out of the way, we arrive at the final hub world, the volcanic crater. Then we go into the Red Sage's hut and activate the portal. The Red Eco Sage is nowhere to be seen, and the man and woman from the beginning of the game has arrived too. When the identity of these individuals are revealed. These two people are Gaul and his sister Maya. Yes, the one guy who could help Daxter is the bad guy of the story.
What a twist!
Gaul and Maya, after experimenting with Dark Eco for too long, has gone insane and plans to flood the entire world with Dark Eco by opening a silo in the Yellow Sage's ruined hut, which has been converted into Gaul and Maya's citadel. However, in order to traverse the lava tube, which is the connecting point between these two locations, we need at least 72 power cells in order to upgrade the zoomer to withstand the temperatures in there. This means 2 levels! However, it should not be as exciting due to there will only be 2 levels excluding the lava tube. Let's start with the best, Snowy Mountain. If I had to pick a favorite level, this would be it. It's somewhat open, it has a lurker fortress, which I guess is neat. That makes a return in a timed platforming challenge. The closed yellow eco vents can be opened there, and the music is so Christmassy. The only thing that drags it down on the ice is X. However, you don't spend that much time on ice. Then we have Spider Cave, which I would like to call an abomination. It's not that bad, but some things are just so goddamn annoying. The whole lava train mission takes too long, the dark eco crystals are too scattered, the level is both long and segmented, which makes backtracking to the volcanic crater a bitch. And if you fuck up at the robot area, you have to do it all over again at a secret power cell, which though it counts as a volcanic crater power cell, can fuck right off! I only figured out due to hearing about it in another review not too long back. I can't remember who made it, but how was anyone supposed to figure this out without some help? While you still only need 100 of the 101 power cells in order to basically see everything, it still pisses me off. The only unique things about this level are the enemies, with the drill and the inactive robot. We collect every power cell up until now, and we enter the lava tube. This can be summed up as fire cannon, harder and longer.
Oh my.
At the end of the tube, the last of the war caves is activated and Kira jumps through. Apparently, Samus was taken by goal. Really, 5 minutes it is taken, and goals persistent, Samus just incompetent. Goal needs the sages to power up this robot, so we headed to the 5 level and rescue the sages. The Zelda is both fun and frustrating. There are many puzzles, and most of them are fun. They are also so challenging, however it's the fun level, so that should be a given. After rescuing every sage, someone tells us that we need to take out the robot somewhat alone, since the sages need to keep some sort of energy shields in check or something, I don't know. Basically, the sages don't join the fight. The final battle is the top of the Dark Eco silo that Gold was planning to open. There are a few phases to this battle, but they all boil down to shoot with yellow, jump with blue. After damaging the robot enough, the different kinds of eco, except Dark Eco, combine to create Light Eco. And just to get the word out there, this is not White Eco. If this was White Eco, would there also be a Black Eco? And the beam that we shoot out of the hands are a more powerful version of the one we use in the Yellow Eco, so when you really think about it, in Jak 3, spoilers, we use Light Eco to, also for regeneration and slowing down time. Which sounds like Green Eco because the healing thing, and Blue Eco because the slowing down time thing, which is just another form of super speed really. And in the French version, it's clearly called Light Eco. And for those who say that if it really was Light Eco, then why wouldn't Daxter use it later in the series in order to change back? Because A, Daxter wouldn't want to change back, Jak 3's ending seems to be in agreement, or B, it couldn't change him back, since we never see him do anything like that. Anyways, we brought this robot, and that's basically it. Well, we have its jacket sages, jackets cut blocked by Daxter, and a Chaos Lore. If you collected about every power cell, you get treated to a scene where I look into something shiny, and which basically just sets up Jak 2, and that's it! So, let's go over everything. Most of the levels are good, the music fits quite well, gameplay is simple, yet effective, and etc. However, I just want to say this now. This is my least favorite Jak and Daxter game. But just wait! I can't say that Jak X, Daxter, or this supposed abomination are worse games than this because I really never played them. I've only experienced the first 3 games, and at least out of those 3, it ranks the lowest. I still recommend you begin with this one just to see where the franchise started, but let's say you only care about the story. Then you can outright skip this one because the plot points in this game stays in this game. If you decide to play it, then either pick up the PS2 Classic or the PS4 port. I've heard that the PS3 version looks somewhat better, but in return it has more bugs, so try to avoid it if you can. I don't really know how to end this well. Oh hey, I missed 20 precursor orbs in Golden Citadel. Grunt.